Good morning. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Patrice. Good morning, Kayla. Good morning, Dawn. I don't go live on YouTube very often. YouTube scares me going live. Just saying. I go live on Facebook all the time, but YouTube scares me. I'm just saying. I'll explain why in a minute. Good morning, Jane. Let me clean my glasses off. Are y'all ready to hear what I did this morning? Straight up dumb butt, okay? So, yesterday, I had family in town this week, so I haven't really been able to do a lot of recordings. And my family left this morning, so I grabbed my phone, I grabbed my new speaker. I was like, I'm going to go out there and record this morning because I have to leave my house around 11 o'clock because I'm going all the way to Gadsden to perform in front of 500 people, right? So, like, I have a lot going on. So I grabbed my speaker, I grabbed my phone, and I was like, I gotta send them a video. I gotta update them on the baby ducklings. I've gotta update them on the two mamas. I've gotta update them because the vet came yesterday with Penny Lane. I'm like, I've gotta update them on that. So I ran out there and I was trying my best to do a video and upload it for you before I left to go to Gaston this morning. So I grab everything, I run out there, I record the entire segment, okay? I get inside and I begin to put, okay, y'all, I don't know if you're YouTubers, but y'all, it is effort to do a video, okay? It is not like it takes time. It's not something that can just be done like that. So I put the video together real quick and I come in here to start editing. And I'm like, why is there no sound on any of my videos? There's no sound because my stupid speaker was dead. I put it on the charger last night, but didn't plug it in. So I thought it was, I'm new at the speaker. Okay. So I literally sat here and I was so mad. I was like, dear Jesus, I just recorded this entire thing. I'm pouring sweat. I'm literally pouring sweat to try to update you guys before I left for Gadsden. And I was like, are you kidding me? Do you know how disappointed I was? I had to come in here and I was soaking wet. So I'm going to update you live because I'm not going to let you go all day without telling you what all that's been going on with the animals. I am going to do a video of it. So if you don't watch my live, I'll do a video with the proper segment with pictures and videos and everything. But I thought that I would just update you because you guys, you subscribers are so good to me. Every time I put out a video, you watch it, you comment, you're so sweet. So I feel like it's the least that I can do is provide you an update before I go to Gadsden. Okay. This darn speaker. Oh, but it's so fancy. It has this, so it charges in this. Totally forgot to plug it in. Oh my gosh. Okay. Update. Let's see. Where do I begin? Penny Lane. So Penny Lane, if you haven't seen my video, if you're new to watching me, Penny Lane is a rescue duck. I've had her for probably 3.5 years. I've had her a long time. She was my very first rescue duck. She means the world to me. She came from my hometown. Um, she is the smartest duck in the whole wide world. I'm telling you right now. She knows how to stay. Like, you know how a dog, you can tell a dog to sit and stay? Penny Lane knows how to stay. I so wanted to put her on TV, like in a movie, because I can do commands and she follows my commands. Like if I told her to stay, she would stay. If I tell her to come, she comes to me. So like she could so be in a movie. Like she would so be a movie star. Okay, she really would. I even tried to get her as the Aflac duck. Okay, she's wonderful. Anyway, well, when she came to me, she had a disability. Her feet pronate. Is that what you call it? Where they turn in and she walks like this. She's always had that. And it's never really bothered her. I mean, she can't run like the other ducks. I mean, she's always had that disability. But I've always free-ranged her because I never wanted to make a difference in her. And she's always done fantastic. Well, I rescued Howard, another duck, a male duck. And him and Penny Lane were best friends. And he did like to breed her, okay? And I don't know if you've ever seen ducks breed, but the male duck actually stands on top of the female. And he sits there and tries to get his balance. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. Anyway, so Penny Lane got where she was sitting all the time. And I was like, is something wrong with her? Like, is she not happy? So then I separated her because I thought something's not right. But she was able to walk from the inside of the coop to her little spot she always sat at. So I separated her because I felt like something was going on. And I had her separated for maybe a week. And then I began to notice that she was sitting in the same spot, not moving. So at that point, I took her to the vet. I said, something's not right. Something is not right. So he checked her legs. He checked her feet. He said, there's nothing wrong with her hips. There's nothing wrong with her feet. There's nothing wrong with her legs. He said, I really believe it's a back injury from the male breeding her. So you need to keep her separated. So at that point, I made the decision to find a new home for Howard, because Pekin ducks breed nonstop. They're not like a Muscovy duck. So at that point, I was like, it's in the best interest of my ducks not to have, because I have rescues, right? So like, they don't need to be constantly bred. So I found Howard a new home, and I kept Penny Lane separated, and he gave her a steroid shot and told me that that would perk her up. It didn't. It didn't at all. So yesterday, my farm vet came here to give Cinco her first shots. And so, I said, I want an x-ray of her back because I want to know for sure it's her back. Like, this duck means the world to me. I want to know what is wrong with her. So he x-rayed her back yesterday, and her spine like goes like this, and then it goes this way. And where it goes this way is at the tail end of her back. So he said one or two things have happened. Either she was not fed the right nutrition as a duckling, and it caused this deformity, or she was just born this way. It wasn't from the male breeding Penny Lane. She's not injured. So I don't know what she was fed when she was a duckling. She came to me, I'm going to say she was probably maybe 8 months old when she came to me. So when she first was rescued, she was a little duckling. And she lived in this person's house that was, good morning. She lived in this person's house in the city, and they rescued Penny Lane. And then she went from there to another family, and I don't know what she ate as a duckling. I'm going to assume it was probably a deformity of when she was born. But I noticed that Penny Lane has yellow around her eye. And so I asked him, I said, why is her eyes yellow? She has jaundice. I didn't even know that a duck could have jaundice, but she does. And I said, what does that mean? And he said, it's from her liver. And I was like, what does that mean? Is she gonna die? Like, what's wrong with her? And he said it's the filtration of her liver that is not functioning right, and it's causing her to have jaundice, and there's nothing I can do about it. So then I was like, do I need to put her down? I can't cry because I got to go perform today. I was like, do I need, what is in the best interest of Penny Lane? Like, what can I do? I'm gonna start crying. I can't cry. Y'all tell me a funny story. Okay, so I said, what do I need to do? Do I need to put her down? Like, what? Because what bothers me about Penny Lane is, you know how when a duck goes swimming and then they get out of the water, they flap their wings like this to get the water off of them, and then they start cleaning themselves? Penny Lane can't do that. She can't do that. She can't flap her wings. She wants to, like, she starts to go like, want to, but then she can't do it because she's in pain when she moves her wings. So I said, what do I need to do for her? What is in the best interest of Penny Lane? And so he said, Judy, I don't think, oh, shit. Can I do this for a minute? He's like, Judy, I don't think you're ready for that. And I'm not. Like, I'm not. But I'm not going to sit here as a farm owner and be selfish and want her to stay here if she's in pain. Like, I you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that to her. So he said, I'll tell you what. Let's just wait. Let me give her a B12 shot. And let's just wait a couple of weeks and see how things go. And I said, deal. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. So that's what we're doing. Okay, this morning, okay, she had the B12 shot. This morning, she actually was not sitting, right? She was not sitting. She had gotten up off the nest and was standing in the middle of the coop. And I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So she will not walk out of the coop. I told you in other videos, Penny Lane is a full-time job right now. Like, I have to pick her up, put her here, pick her up, put her here, like all day long. So, I got her this morning and I put her in the run. I gave her she went for a little swim. I put her in the swimming pool. And then I put her by the food. She ate great for breakfast. She's drinking great. Like, she seems happy. Penny Lane is a cuddle bug, okay? Like, the people that owned Penny Lane before me that rescued her, the man used to put Penny Lane right here, and Penny Lane would rest her head back here. So, like, she likes to be held like that because she was held like that as a duckling. So, I hold her like that a lot. And yes, I get duck poop all over me. Don't care. I need a hat that says I get duck poop every day. Don't care. Something. But I don't care. I will change clothes. So she gets held. The UPS man's here. She gets held every day. But anyway, she seemed better this morning. I was very excited. So that was great news. Okay, let's move on because I have to, what time is it? What do I do with my Meemaw glasses? Hang on. Okay, I got time. Okay, let's move on to the peahen. You guys are sending me messages left and right concerned about the pea chicks falling off the roof. Okay? I'm going to tell you something. I want you to know this. I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen to your Aunt Judy. When you guys comment, I read them, okay? I don't always get to, there's I can't remember how many comments are on my last video. There's a lot. And then I'm dealing with Facebook too, right? So it's hard to comment but Every time I read a message, I either respond or I click the heart button so you know I read your message. Listen, I don't know. I pray that I'm always humble enough and care enough about you as my subscriber. If you took the time to comment and send me a message, then I am going to read the messages, because that is so kind that you're responding and watching my videos. So I will always schedule a time out of my day to read your messages. Thank you. So I have read the messages and the concerns about the pea chicks falling off the roof. Okay, so I want to address that. There's two things. First of all, my turkey has hatched pals up on that roof. Why they want to go up there, I don't know. But I don't know if you noticed in the videos, but on the roof is this thing that's round and has a roof on it. Garth built, when they started laying up there, Garth built them a little nesting box up there with the roof over it. It is a nice nesting box. I mean, it's really nice with the roof, because he didn't want them to lay up there in the rain or whatever. So he went up there, I mean, bolted it down, like everything. Those son of a guns will not lay in that nesting box. God love him. He built it, did everything. They will not lay in it. They want to lay in the open on the roof. I don't know why. Okay, so I want you to know that when the pouts were born on the roof, they came off the roof, the pouts, and they were fine. Okay, no, not one of them died. Okay, when I read all your comments and your concerns, I wanted to be educated, because I didn't want just to tell you about my one experience. I wanted to go research and go, do I need to go recover these eggs? What do I need to do? Will they die? So I want to tell you what I've learned, and hopefully this will be education for you. Did you know that a bird, whether it be a turkey, a pea chick, a regular bird, a red bird, a chicken, or whatever, do you know they can fall 16,000 feet? Okay, well, if you're like me, I'm like, how far is 16,000 feet? Like, that means nothing to me. That's just a number. Like, how far is that? So then I went to the next step and go, how far is 16,000 feet? It is 3 miles. Okay, a chick, a pout, a pea chick, a bird can fall out of a nest up to 3 miles and not get injured. They're like a sponge. I mean, they don't have wings, so they can't fly, obviously, but they can fall out of a nest that far and not die. So I want you to know that I read your comments, and I did my homework, and I did my research, because I wanted to make sure. This is a rule. Don't drink this before you go live, because then you're going to be belching in everybody's face. Sorry. So I want you to know that I appreciate your comments and concerns. And I'm so glad that you guys do throw those concerns out there, because it makes me think. And the great thing about it is when you guys throw those comments out there, then I go, it throws a little question mark in my mind and go, hey, these subscribers just came up with this great idea. They just said, Judy, are you not concerned about them falling off the roof? And I was like, oh gosh, I didn't even think about that. So thank you for your comments, and thank you for your concerns. But I wanted to let you know that, so that you won't be worried about the pea chicks falling off the roof. They will be fine. I will tell you that I have found, I've been doing this for over 4 years now. I have found that when you let the mamas free range, like mama turkeys free range with 17 pouts, sometimes it's a disaster. So like, if you want to ensure that they're going to be okay and a hawk's not going to get them, or they're not going to fall in a swimming pool or whatever, or they're not going to go to your neighbor's house to visit with their pea chicks, it's best to keep them in an enclosure. And my plan, in my video, do you remember where my mama turkey is that's raising those turkeys and baby chicks? Well, by the time the pea chick has her babies, they will be graduated to free range. So my plan is to put the mama hen and the baby pea chicks in that enclosure for them to grow up. So know that. So I did my homework. Yay! Okay, mama duck, mama chicken, ducklings, and that one chick that I separated from her. Remember the mama duck killed the baby chick, and I went and took the other baby chick because I was scared she was going to die, and I put the baby chick in the brooder. The baby chick is doing fantastic. She has probably 20 friends in the brooder with her. So she is doing fantastic. And the mama duck and the mama chicken is raising those 3 ducklings. It's the cutest thing. I have now, like when they were first born, I'm always very cautious about the male duckling or any male, like the male turkey, male chicken, male duck, because sometimes you know how boys are, you know how they are. So I was a little bit skeptical of what the male duck would do when he saw the babies. So for every single night, I had been making him sleep in another coop until he got used to the ducklings. It's kind of an adjustment period. I have to do that. When my animals live together, there is some adjustment things that I have to do to ensure everyone's safety, okay? I have to teach them to get along. It doesn't just happen naturally. So the daddy duck is now doing fine with the ducklings. And the ducklings are not out in the open yet. The mamas have not taken them out of the, you know, there's a chicken coop and then there's a run. I say this because I don't know if you're farm people or not. I don't know, so I want to educate. So you have the chicken coop and then you have an outdoor enclosure that's called a run where you can lock them in. Well, my animals free range every day, meaning they run around my yard. Like every day, all of them, okay? So the mama duckling and the mama chicken has not taken them out of the run yet. So she's keeping them in the run, but they are outside. And the other chickens and the ducks and the turkeys had now met the 3 ducklings. And everybody is fine. No one's picking on them. Mamas are not going nuts, overprotective anymore as bad, because she knows you ain't coming near my baby. Like the chickens know. They respect the mamas. But at night, the mama chicken and the mama duck sit right next to each other like this, and the 3 babies get under both of them. Like they're like, you can tell that they know they have 2 mamas. It is the sweetest thing. It is the sweetest thing. So they're doing fantastic. Let's see, is there anything else I need to update you on? I am struggling with Queso the tortoise. This is a situation. Queso is 3 years old. When I got Queso, he was probably about this big. Now he's about this big. He's too small to go into my farm area. And he's too big to be where he's at. I'm on the struggle bus going, what do I do about him? Queso is best because he loves clovers. So this is what I've been doing every single day. Are y'all ready for this? This is why I don't have time to do nothing. Okay? This is why I'm recording with no sound. Okay, it's because I'm brain dead. Okay, so every day, usually in the afternoons, I have to pick up Queso and go put him in the front yard and let him graze on clovers and flowers and run around the yard. And people think, because you think of a turtle being slow, That's what you think. Tortoises are nothing like that. He is wide open running. Okay? It is like I have a 2-year-old toddler. And it's like your toddler is in the front yard and you can't take your eyes off them for a second. That is Queso. Because literally, if someone messages me and I look down at my phone, I'm like, where's Queso? Oh God, where's Queso? He's like gone. So like I have to, I didn't even put my speaker on. I could have plugged it in and put it on. I hope you can hear me okay. Anyway, I have to keep my eye on him non-stop. He is on the go. So this is the deal. Used to, back in the day, like last year, I had grass all in my farm. Like there was, like where my chickens live, it was full grass. I used to have to cut the yard every other week or every week. Now there's no grass. And I'm like, why is there no, I looked at Garth and I said, why is there no grass? Like there's been grass every single year. Why do we have no grass? He went, because you're a chicken fanatic and you have 5,000 chickens in your yard, Judy. And I was like, that ain't it. He goes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's because you have too many chickens. And I'm like, that is not a such thing. There's no such thing as too many chickens, Shane. Anyway, so I don't know if that's it, but it's not good for Queso. Queso cannot live out there with no grass. That would be not good for him. He needs to graze on grass. But if you know tortoises, like female tortoises, dig holes in the ground just like a sea turtle, and they lay their eggs in the ground. Isn't it hard to believe that a turtle can lay an egg? Like, I don't know. It just seems like they should be pregnant. It just seems like to me. But they don't. They lay eggs. Well, and I'll tell you a funny story about the tortoise. So I took him to the vet, I'm going to say 6 months ago, for his first checkup. And I said, do you think Queso is a male or female? You generally can't tell until they get older because you can't tell, you tell by the back end of their structure. Well, when I took Queso to the vet, she couldn't 100% guarantee to me if it was a male or a female, okay? She was like, I think it's a female. So I said, okay. So, y'all ready for this? Okay, I'm going to demonstrate just because that's me. Okay, this is Queso. I have hundreds of kids sitting in front of me, right? And I'm holding Queso up like this. And I'm like, what is the difference between a turtle and a tortoise? Like, I'm going through the whole day. The next thing I know, I am not exaggerating. This thing falls out that is the size of my arm. Okay, Queso's like this big. This thing falls out and the kids were like, what is that? And I'm like, yo, it is like this long. And I was like, so I politely looked at the teachers and I said, I have no idea how to explain this. I'm not a teacher. I don't know if I need to do a sex education class. Like, I'm not really sure what I need to do, but I am not explaining to these first graders what this is hanging out of my tortoise. It was awful. So Queso is a 100% male, but I was like, this might be too much information, okay? This might be. But I was thinking, I was like, why is his private so darn big? My God, he ain't but that big. I mean, it's the size of my daggum arm. So I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, you know, tortoises get massive, right? They get massive. And I guess it has, I don't know, I guess it has to be that big in order to breed. Because, I mean, they get massive, and they do get on top of it. Anyway, it was terrible. So Queso is a boy. I am working on thinking about an enclosure. And again, it can't be at my farm because Queso needs his clover. the only place to put it is in my front yard, but I don't want to look like a redneck. Like, I don't want my neighbors to go, did you see that redneck enclosure that she put her tortoise in? That's right out in the middle of the front yard and looks just terrible. I don't want that. I want it to be pretty. I want it to be functional. I want Queso to be happy. So I'm trying to come up, and of course it can't be covered because Queso has to have vitamin D. That's part of his growth. And I have to have grass growing. So it's going to need the sun. And if I shade it, there's going to be no grass. So I can't shade it. So I'm trying, and they dig, like I was talking about, even the males dig, they will dig out. They're like rabbits. So I have to put something underneath. So I'm on Pinterest trying to look on what Queso needs. I thought about a white picket fence too. I am going to have to put some type of chicken wire down so he doesn't dig out. But I was thinking that if I put the fence down and then throw like seed, like grass seed, that the grass would go over the fence eventually. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Anyway, so I am working on doing that. And I have to tell you this. This is going to be in my video. But I had a couple of people tell me that they thought that Garth was mean. Okay. Oh, that was, why did I do that? Okay, so I want to address Garth. Okay. Garth and I are a lot alike. We're wide open. Like, we're not needy. We're like, we can totally be like in our zone. Like, I can be in the farm and he can be, and we're not mad. We're the life of the party. We don't meet a stranger. That's me and Garth. Okay, he is our provider. That is not looking cute. He is our provider. Okay, so I'm able to not so much have like my farm is a hobby. It is a lot of work, but my farm is a hobby. It has been very successful as far as like the growth and all that, but my intentions of my farm is to give back. I'm a nonprofit. I'm not trying to see how rich I can get by having a petting zoo. If you're doing that, you're setting yourself up for failure. My farm is about making a difference. I do not like this. Here, let me tuck it under. My farm is about giving back. My farm is about healing. My farm is a safe place to come. I don't have my farm open for tours to see how much money I can get. I have my farm open for tours, and I charge, I usually tell people it's a $10 donation to come, because my feed bill alone is over $1,000 a month. I have a porta potty that's $250 a month. I have insurance that's over $200 a month. Like, I have bills I have to pay. So I have to charge in order for it to break even, right? So that's not my intention, is to, so Garth provides for us is what I'm getting at, okay? I was married prior, and I was in a situation that I was never allowed to be myself. I guess you could say I had restraints on me. Like, my husband had OCD really bad. So I wasn't allowed to cook. I wasn't allowed to clean. I wasn't allowed to put sheets on the bed. I like everything. I wasn't even allowed to put the groceries up. Okay, some of you women would go, oh my God, that sounds like a dream husband. It was terrible, okay? Because I'm not like that. I'm a little entrepreneur. When I met Garth, and he is the first person in my entire life, including my family, that has ever let me be Judy. I'm going to cry again. Now I'm going to cry again. Dear Jesus, Judy, stop. He lets me be Judy. And you see me every day beaming, going 90 to nothing. People are like, Judy, how do you have the energy to do what you do? It's because I freaking love my life. I love my animals. I love people to come see my animals. I love going to schools. I love performing in front of people. I love everything about my life. And it's because Garth allows me to be me. And I'm just, when you're allowed to be yourself and you find your strengths, you just blossom. When you're doing good works, you just blossom. He is, you know, in my children's book, it says it takes two to make a farm go right. I could not do any of this without him. I couldn't. So we're whoever, I don't know what, we kid with each other and we kind of like pick at each other, and maybe it comes across mean. I don't know, but he's not mean at all. And in the video that I'm making, I'm just going to give you an example. There's been many kids when Shane, okay, his name is Shane. I know sometimes I say Garth and sometimes I say Shane. The reason is because his name is actually Shane, but everyone calls him Garth. So that's why I do that. Anyway, when he is home and there is a kid that pulls in the driveway and that sees his excavator sitting there, and they watch the little excavator cartoons, and they're about to die to get in the excavator, my husband doesn't just go, wow, you want to ride? My husband is putting the kids, if the parents say it's okay, he's putting the kids in the excavator, and he's, my husband's a teacher, right? So he's got these 5-year-olds that's dying to ride an excavator. He's got them in the excavator, and he is literally showing them how to pick up a rock, because they go and get the rock and carry it. I mean, we ain't just going around the yard. No, he's going to show them how to pick up a rock. He's taking it. He's moving the rock, you know, putting it down, and the kid is just, the kid's like this. I mean, so that is my husband. Yesterday, there was a little girl here that was dying to ride the excavator. He gets her on the excavator. They're picking up rocks. They're moving, scooping dirt. And then she wanted to get on the tractor. He was like, well, come on. And he's riding her, and they're picking up hay, and they're riding around the yard. That is him. He is not mean at all. He is an incredible man. He is a great teacher. He is, he does demand, he will not let me slack. Okay. Not, if I come in here and just need to lay down, he'll go, you can sleep when you're dead. Get up. We got work to do, Judy. You do not have time to be in here crying. Get up. We got work to do. He's real like that. And maybe that comes across as being mean, but I am who I am because of him. So just know that he is not mean at all. He is a wonderful person. And when you see the video that I'm uploading, when I finally get sound to the video, because I'm going to have to redo the entire video when I get home. Yeah. Yes, I am. You're going to see the videos of him and the kids and how he interacts with the kids. And I think if you do think he's mean, I think you'll change your outlook on him, because he's a softie. He is hard. He comes across hard, but he's a softie. He's a softie. Like, he don't want me mad at him. He is upset if I'm mad at him. And he will like make me tell him why I'm mad at him. And he will apologize to sun comes down. That's just the way he is. So I wanted to say that. I need to take a drink. I'm gonna try not to burp. Okay, let's see. What else was I gonna tell y'all? Oh, Wallace. You remember Wallace? Wallace was a rescue that was ran over by a car and left in the middle of the road. Wallace is missing her top beak. Guess what? I told you guys that Wallace could not free range because she could not she can't pick up her food off the ground because she's missing half of her top beak. Okay? I was scared to free range her because I was thinking she could not eat. So I accommodated her because I could tell she hated being in the run because she lived at Wallace Community College on a lake. She was dumped. She was she doesn't fly. She's a Pekin duck. So she was dumped at this lake and she's used to free ranging, right? Okay, hang on. I thought I heard something. So I was scared to free range her because I didn't know if she would have proper nutrition. So when I rescue, I really try to get them to the point where they have free range. Because I don't enjoy the chickens or the ducks or anything being in fences. That is not fun to me. Like, would you want to be in a fence your whole life? No. So my animal's free range. So I could tell Wallace was a little bit on the struggle bus, but I was being an overprotective mom going, baby, you can't pick up your food. But I didn't want to tell her she was different, right? Because I didn't want her to feel different. I don't want her to feel different. So when I got Gigi, Gigi's the other rescue, and I got D Woody. D Woody came to me before Gigi. So it's the three of them, Wallace, D Woody, and Gigi. Y'all, they are three best friends. And I wasn't for sure if D Woody was a male or female. So I was a bit nervous. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to have another male like that I'm going to have to get rid of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my goodness. They're all girls. So it's Wallace, D Woody, and Gigi. They are best friends. So when D Woody and Wallace came, there's no disability with either one of them. They were both abandoned ducks. D Woody was found on the side of the road and she was this big by herself. On a road, okay? No ducklings around, no lakes around. She was literally on the side of the road and she was this big. That's D Woody. So there's nothing wrong with her. She was just abandoned. Gigi, same thing. She was abandoned. She was a little duckling that was on this little lake and crows were trying to kill her when she was rescued by Sheila, this lady named Sheila. So both of them came to me as abandoned ducklings. They were both raised by the people that rescued them. So they were several months old when they came to me. So when they came to me, D Woody just jumped right in. Like she acts like she's always lived there. And she bonded with Wallace, the one with the missing beak. So I said, you know what? D Woody and Gigi, there's nothing wrong with them. So maybe if I free range Wallace with D Woody and Gigi, maybe she won't notice that she's any different. So I started free ranging Wallace with them. Y'all, they're best. They're like three little musketeers. They're just running around together. They're happy. They're jumping in the pool. Well, I went and got a feeder that so Wallace could, because she's missing her top beak, she has to scoop her food up. Like she scoops it and then swallows it. So she doesn't peck like a duck. So I couldn't get her a regular feeder because she wouldn't have been able to pick it up. So I found this feeder and I hid it because I was thinking the chickens are going to eat their food, right? So I was worried about them not eating. So I hid food inside the duck house where the chickens don't go. And so the 3 ducklings go into the house, their little house, and they eat, and then they go for a swim, and they come back and they eat. And at night, y'all, all 3 of those ducklings are so smart. They know to go to bed. So I open their run where Penny Lane is and Quacky Jackie, the one-legged duck, where they have to stay behind an enclosure. I open up the gate at night and tell D. Woody and Wallace and Gigi to go get in their bed. And they go, they go in the run and they go to bed. And they don't pick on the 3 rescues that are disabled. They're in the run that can't free range. They don't pick on them. And they're all great little happy little family. And there's 6 of them that sleep together. And they're loving life. And none of the ducks are picking on them. And they're eating well. And I do, in the mornings when I open up the chicken house, or I say chicken, the duck house to let them out in the run, I make sure they eat a good breakfast before I free range them, just in case, because I worry about Wallace not eating because of her beak. So she eats a good breakfast before she even goes free ranges. And then I have the food in that duck house where she can scoop it if she's hungry. And then at night when they go to bed, I offer all 3 of them feed to make sure they're getting enough nutrition free ranging. So I know I'm an overprotective mother. I know it, but it is what it is. So anyway, they're all 3 doing fantastic, and I'm super excited. So they were all rescues, and they're just doing fantastic. So anyway, Cinco had her shots for the first time yesterday. She did well. She's doing well this morning. I'm about over flies. The flies are driving me crazy on my cows. I cannot handle it. I'm trying everything I know, wiping, spraying, and it's terrible. It's terrible. So I am working on that. Taterbug, my baby alpaca, oh my gosh, super tame. Like, if you come to my farm, you're getting a kiss right in the smacker. Like, he's kissing you right in the smacker. It's so funny. You know, when I started training him to kiss me, it really just kind of happened by accident, because I wanted to kiss him so bad I couldn't stand it. You know, it's just like, oh my God. And I just started working with him, and he would only do it to me. And then all of a sudden, I would just tell people to say, give me a kiss, and he'll go kiss you right in the smacker. It's really, really cute. But he's doing great. Cap, the baby goat, the kid, is wild as a buck. I've made a huge mistake. Head Family Farm is getting him, and they're probably going to hate my guts, because people, you know, I taught yoga my whole life. Okay, and people were like, Judy, you need to teach goat yoga. Okay, yeah, and all my spare time, I'll teach goat yoga. So I was like, have y'all seen the size of my goats? They're not Nigerian dwarfs. They're freaking Nubians. They're big goats, okay? So I was like, I want to see if I can train Cappuccino to do yoga. And he does it. But the problem is he wants to get on everybody's back that comes into the fence. So when I have like 3-year-olds that want to come toward the farm and Cappuccino's wanting to get on her back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've created a disaster. But he will so get on your back, like go yoga. If you get on all 4s, he's getting on your back. And then he likes to put his legs right here and lay on you. So he's got his legs through here, and he's sitting there laying on you. It's really funny. But I hope that I've not created a disaster for Head Family Farm, because, you know, they have a little girl. And I'm thinking, I hope Cappuccino does not start jumping on her, because this is not going to be good. So I'm trying to, I don't know what this is. What is that? I'm trying to retrain him and correct him jumping, because, you know, he's going to be a big goat, and he's going to be a male. So I'm constantly correcting him, no, to try to get him ready for his next transition, because I don't want him jumping on Eleanor or Head Family Farm and him go, what have you done to this goat? So I'm trying to correct him before he makes his next transition. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to go dancing today with 500 people. Can I tell you how ripped up excited I am? This is going to be so much fun. Okay, it is 10:22. I better go. Thanks for joining me this morning. Sorry that I didn't get to put out a video today. I might get to put out one this afternoon. The event today is from 1 to 3. So I have an hour and a half drive home, and then I have to fix supper and put the animals up. So I don't know if I'll get a video out today. And tomorrow, let me tell you this real quick. So here in Coleman, there is a it's a summer reading program, and it's where teachers refer kids that have a little bit of a reading struggle to this summer program. And it's a free program, and so parents take their kids there during the summer to brush up on their reading skills. And so they're fixing to, I think it's their graduation. I don't know. Anyway, tomorrow I get to go share my testimony with these readers, these summer readers, because as a child, do you know that I graduated high school without reading a book? I was that kid when it was time for a book report and you were supposed to read your book. Y'all know how animated I am and stuff. I could totally like make everybody in the class, including my teacher, think that I read the book and the book was incredible because I could tell the story. As if I read the book, okay? Like that was me. And so I get to tell them, and then I get to stand up and read and show them how I read my book today and how reading made a difference in my life. And so I get to share with them, and I'm taking my animals to celebrate their reading success this summer. So there's 65 kids at this program. So tomorrow I'm going to that. So I'm going to get you a video out. Just bear with me. And then Friday, I have a big surprise. I'm not telling you, but I have someone come into my farm on Friday to interview me. And so I'm crazy today, Thursday and Friday. But at some point, when Judy remembers to charge her stupid speaker, and I'll get my video out, and I will bring you a video. But I wanted to go live because I knew I couldn't do it today. So thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate you. And thank you for subscribing to my page. And thank you for encouraging me. You know, when I first started YouTube, it was really funny because I went to the meet and greet at Petals from the Past in April, and I had less than 1,000 subscribers. Okay, I did not know what I was doing. I had a pretty big following on Facebook, but I did not know YouTube. And then Brooke and Jason were like, Judy, you've got to do YouTube. And I'm like, I'm old. I don't know how to do YouTube. So anyway, they came to my farm, and then overnight I had like 13,000 subscribers, and I was like, Brooke and Jason, what have you done to me? I don't even know how to edit a video. Really? And so I think that happened, I think they came to my farm in April, at the end of April. And here it is, June. And I've learned how to edit, and I'm big time now. Got me a speaker. I'm headed to success. So, you know, you guys could have given up on me and go, this girl's music's too loud. I can't freaking hear her. She's a train wreck. I'm unsubscribing to her page. She's terrible. You know, y'all could have totally done that to me. But you know what? The people that are still with me today, thank you. Thank you for being patient with me because I was thrown into it and I'm learning. And, you know, Brooke and Jason live out, I don't know, 2 hours away from me. So no one is like been able to. Jacqueline from Head Filling Farm set me down one day to kind of show me how to do like your thumbnail, you know, and all that stuff. But y'all, I have had to learn on my own and ask 5,000 questions and drive Brooke and Jason and Jacqueline and also Just Dig It Farm Tracy. I'm like, help! How do you put a picture in a video? How do you turn your music down? How do you, and you guys have been so patient with me and have gotten me to where I am today. And I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for you. Today you have two choices, okay? You know I'm a dancer, right? I love to dance. And let me say this real quick, because you keep asking me about Lester, Longhorn Lester and Jason in my dance off. Y'all keep messaging me. I did not get t-shirts from them. Y'all, they have what? Lester, Longhorn, I'm a Survivor, Sanctuary. They have like 1 million followers. You know, they don't have time to mess with me, okay? Because they are so busy. So don't be mad at them for not sending me t-shirts, because they're just really, really busy people. They're wonderful people, so don't like, you know, it's okay. I have gotten a couple of t-shirts in the mail. At some point, I'm gonna dance. But this is the deal. I can't, you know, when you upload videos to YouTube, you have to use copyright music or you get a copyright claim against you. Well, I don't know how to get my jam onto their music. You know, I need Janet Jackson, right? I need to Janet Jackson to jam. So I'm like, how do I put on a good video to their music? Like, that doesn't, so my wheels are spinning on a video about me dancing, because y'all do need to see me get my dance on. Because Judy, I can jam. I got some rhythm. I might be 52, but I still got it in me. I promise you, okay? I might have a little jiggle with that jam, but let me just tell you, I got it in me, and I'm going to do a video. I just got to figure out, because Lester did a video when Jason sent him the t-shirts. He did a video, but he uploaded it to Facebook and not YouTube, and he used regular music. And I'm like, I know he had to get a copyright claim against him on that video. He had to, because you can't use regular music. So I'm trying to figure out, because you have two followings. You have a Facebook following and a YouTube following. And the people on Facebook want to see it, and they don't go to YouTube. And the people on YouTube don't go to Facebook, and they want to see it. So I'm trying to figure out how to put a video together to get my jam on music that I can jam to, because I'm not jamming to their music. Like, it's not jamming music. So I'm trying to find a song that I can get my jam on with, and I'm not there yet. But know that if you stick around, I'll eventually get there. Okay, today I'm going to get the choice to sit it out or dance, and I'm going to dance in front of 500 people, and I'm hoping that the girl that's going with me can do a little bit of videoing, so I can put it in my video that I'm going to be doing this week. All right. I hope today you dance, and I hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday. It's hump day. Enjoy yourselves. You know, today you can make a difference in someone's life, and it can be something simple. You don't even have to leave the house. You can pick up a phone and make a phone call. You can send a card in the mail. You don't even have to have a card. You can mail them a letter. You know, something simple, but you can make a difference in someone's life. And you know what? You already make a difference in my life. I'll see you next time.